From Variety, celebrating more than 120 years covering the business of entertainment, this is the Award Circuit Podcast. Emmy-nominated Hannah Einbinder is still floored by the amount of female talent she got to work with on Hacks, including, of course, Jean Smart.
I always joke that I feel like coming up on Hacks, I'm on the Wonder Woman planet, where it's on this planet, everyone is a beautiful, amazing woman, and we're all here, and you know what I mean? It's just, nice planet, Hacks planet, yeah.
I'm Michael Schneider. On this episode of the Variety Award Circuit Podcast, we talk to Hacks co-creator, executive producer, and star Paul W. Downs and star Hannah Einbinder on their Emmy nominations, how they're feeling now about the end of the show, and what's next. But first on the roundtable, Variety TV critic Aramide Tinubu joins us to give her take on this summer's slate of new TV shows and the Emmy race. It's all next on this edition of Variety's Award Circuit Podcast. Stay close.
Michael Schneider, executive TV editor at Variety.
Clayton Davis joins us now. He's the chief awards editor of Variety.
Variety's director of features, Emily Longaretta. Variety's senior artisans editor, Jazz Tanke.
From Hollywood, it's Variety's Awards Circuit Podcast.
Hey, everybody. Happy end of July. The podcast is here. We are heading into the busy August Phase 2 month. So look alive, everyone. Although Clayton and Jazz, you're already starting to do film things, which is
the
traitorous.
bad stuff that you don't like.
Whiplash. Wait, Whiplash is a contender this year?
Yeah, we brought it back.
Oh, that's great.
It's a returning series. We're going to follow Emmy rules.
Well, there's Clayton, there's Jazz, and we have a special guest in the neighborhood. Aramide, say hey.
Hi, everyone.
Say hey to Aramide.
Our chief TV critic, and can I just say, me and Aramide go way back.
We do go way back. I wouldn't say chief. Me and Allison are on equal footing around these.
Well, you're both chiefs.
Yeah, you're all chiefs. Yeah,
I'm chief too. Chief is just a good title.
Wait, I'm not a chief. I'm just a senior. Mike, what are you? Are you senior?
He's executive.
Never mind. Oh my God. I'm just gonna shut up now.
What does it all mean? What does it all mean? But no, do tell. So how long have you two known each other? Is this an East Coast thing?
It is an East Coast thing.
Yes, at least for 10 years. We would run into each other at Toronto all the time. When Clayton wasn't Traitors and left
and then at New York screenings and stuff too.
Then he abandoned us for much.
It wasn't my choice
for the best for the best coast.
I mean, listen, everyone. I'm very public about how much I love New York, and I will always be New York.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's fine. He probably has a New York Yankees cap on right now, right?
I do have a Yankees cap on right now because we're kind of good right now. So I feel. Listen, we had the Knicks, which I never thought. Aramide, that's actually been the most painful thing. I wasn't there for the Knicks to win.
See, I wasn't either. I literally was in St. Thomas, but I was still required by my partner to watch all of the games at random island bars. And it was really fun, even though I was reading my Kindle and everyone was screaming. But I had a great time.
Oh, but it's a good time to be alive. But Aramide, there's something that we do we start before we even get into conversations. I give this little trivia question that's kind of Emmy related. We don't answer it right away. You can think about it, and at the end we answer it.
We marinate on it. So all right. So Clayton, do you have your question? All right. Let's hear it. Let's see how bad we fail on this one. Although we did well last week.
You did okay.
Okay. Okay.
You did okay because I wanted to come just right off the cuff, but here goes.
Okay.
So this year we have 7 solo acting nominees, and what that means is they're nominated for an acting award, but they're the only nomination for their show. It's the most amount that we've had since 2015. Okay, so I just need you to know that for information of what I mean when I say a solo acting nominee. So like Coleman Domingo, he's only nom for 4 seasons. Yahya Abdul-Mateen for Wonder Man, R.I.P. We will talk about that later.
Yeah.
So my question to you is. There has been a winner in the last 25 years that has been the solo nominee of their show twice and has won. Who is that person? So think about it. So they were the solo nominee for their show twice and then won twice.
Ooh.
So think about who that is, and I will tell you at the end.
Okay.
Do we get a hint?
I know. Do we get a genre
Yeah.
at least?
I will give you a hint at the
Okay.
If it doesn't come to you in quick enough, then I'll give you a hint before the final answer.
Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You can phone a friend.
Exactly. So, Aramide, how's your summer been? It sounds like you got away for a bit, which is nice.
I did.
But
it's been really good. It's been a really good summer. I'm not as slow as I thought it was going to be. Like, it seems like there's kind of no lulls in television these days. But I will say the things I've been watching, I've really enjoyed. I feel like 24 and a little bit of 25 is a lot of not great television. So the things that I'm seeing now, especially during the summer, have been like, oh, like I'm not bored to tears. I'm not like dreading watching. So it's been really fun.
That's good. All right.
There's also good stuff coming in the fall, by the way, because I'm sure we're getting a lot of looks at stuff ahead. I'm like, all right, TV, do your thing.
No, next year is going to be, I mean, a real crazy Emmy race. But this year is kind of a real crazy Emmy race.
Yeah.
So it's a bevy of bounty. A bevy of bounty? Did I just make that up? I'm gonna trademark
I'll allow
that.
it.
All right. So Aramide, give us your list. This is the annoying question that we all get at cocktail parties. Randomly, people are like, "What are you watching? What should I watch?" You probably get that question the most, Aramide.
I do, and I feel so bad because normally I go blank, like, what am I even watching? But some great stuff that I've watched recently. One of my favorites of the year so far is Rivals. It's actually a UK set series coming out of, I think it's a BBC Hulu like fusion. It's excellent. It's on a second season, and they're doing they did half a drop, and they're going to do the second half of the second season sometime this fall. BritBox, anything on BritBox I tend to enjoy. I love British TV because it tends to be really succinct and straight to the point. So I most recently watched Gone on there, which was like a murder crime mystery. Really, really good. I really enjoyed Apple TV's Lucky, which is starring Anya Taylor-Joy. It's Annette Bening and Aunjanue Ellis. Like, it's really, really great.
Can I mention something, Aramide? Because you mentioned BBC, and this was something I learned recently. So a show that kind of overlapped, and it's in that kind of weird spot, was The Other Bennett Sister, which you had reviewed. It's going to be in the Emmy race next year. Now that I learned, so I think BBC's trying to get into the Emmy phase. So when you said BBC, it made me think about that.
I'm really excited. They're also doing a Christmas special for that, so I'm I'm all for that type of genre. Like,
Emily Longaretta not here for that.
Yes,
she's gonna be very upset.
And I have very similar television tastes actually. Little House on the Prairie revival. I was not excited for it, but it's actually quite well done on Netflix. I really enjoyed that, and I loved not For All Mankind. It's the
Star City.
Star City. I've never watched For All Mankind. I need to go back and watch it. But Star City is actually one of my favorites of the year.
Wow, that's interesting to jump in and see Star City before For All Mankind.
Yes, I loved it.
Wow.
That's like watching Better Call Saul before watching Breaking Bad, which I know some people did. Or a lot of people in Gen Z, my son included, loved Young Sheldon. Never watched a single episode of The Big Bang Theory. Isn't that interesting?
Can I also give an example? It would be like watching The City on Peacock without watching Summer House. There you go.
A lot of people are also watching I call it the Dragon House, House of the Dragons, before watching Game of Thrones. Like, if you haven't watched Game of Thrones yet, a lot of people are starting with the Dragon House, as I like.
And Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I talked to some people because it was 6 episodes too. That was very enticing for them.
Digestible, exactly.
Yep.
So I would say those are some of my quick hits. I Will Find You, which I think is one of Netflix's biggest series. I love anything Harlan Coben for Netflix specifically. They're doing a really, really big show coming up. So anything that he has on there is fun and ridiculous and perfect binge TV. So yeah, it's very interesting television, I think, for the summer. And the fall has some really great things. I'm watching something I can't talk about now, but I'm really enjoying it coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, and we've got some things coming up even in the next week or so. I mean, the big premiere next week is the return of Ted Lasso, which, as we know, was a Emmy juggernaut at one point. And who knows? It may return to Emmy stature next year, too. I don't know if from how much we're allowed to say so far, other than I've liked what I've seen so far.
And they had the premiere this past week.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting how Apple is going to massage or, balance Ted Lasso in the studio because the studio will probably come back in the next cycle. So they'll have them too. And then if Widow's
shrinking.
and maybe Widow's Bay, which I don't
probably
think,
not Widow's
not.
Bay. I think they need more time for Widow's Bay.
Yeah.
So, but they'll have an embarrassment of riches in the comedy space next year, even without Widows.
What about Margot? Is Margot coming back?
I think
this
it
cycle?
is renewed. I actually didn't love Margot.
Hot take.
Everyone else did for it, but I just thought that Elle was miscast in the role. Like I couldn't take her. I think she's, and this is not ageism or whatever. I think she's just too old to play a teenager, and that's like no shade. She doesn't.
She got to Leonardo DiCaprio syndrome when you grew up now.
She has a level of maturity that like a 19-year-old wouldn't have. Like I've seen 19-year-old young mothers, and it's just like, is anyone on upstairs? And she doesn't have that sort of aura.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, that's all the Fannings have had that since they were like 8.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
That just goes with
and a lot of times that's just TV teenagers. I mean, think back to Dawson's Creek and how mature those characters were and how they spoke.
Yeah.
But so Clayton, you kind of alluded to it at the start of this. One of the other big stories of toward the end of this week was the sudden it had been renewed, now the unrenewal of Wonder Man over at Disney Plus, which I'm disappointed by. I really enjoyed that season, and I was looking forward to seeing where they took it. The pairing of Sir Ben Kingsley with Yahya Abdul-Mateen was fun to see those two, like classic odd couple, and how they weaved Marvel into it, but yet if you didn't like Marvel, you don't have to like Marvel or even know about Marvel to watch this show. Maybe living in Los Angeles, I also enjoyed it because it was so local LA, including the local settings. But it was a good show. What are they doing?
It was fun.
It was such a bad move in my opinion. A good scoop by our own Joe Otterson, who was exclusive for us. But this is what's crazy is that we were just talking about jumping into a show without needing anything before it. And Wonder Man, I think what made it so well is that you needed nothing. And I think, and depending on how you feel about Marvel TV, I think second to WandaVision in terms of the shows that have come out so far on Marvel. Like I like for them to step away from it is such a disappointment. And it's like, did you guys not know that you had something great here? Like it had room to grow, and it sucks. And Yahya is now going to be at the Emmys for a canceled show. Well, I don't know why you would announce it, by the way, or it would come out before voting starts. Yeah.
It's weird unless it just was leaking and they had to, is my guess. Because why would you otherwise? Because Yahya, it could help him. He'll get some sympathy votes. But
one of those 7 solo nominees, by the way, he's the only nomination for that show at the Emmys.
But I hope he still shows up because it's a nomination's still great, and if anything, you got to wear that as a badge of pride that you were nominated for a show that then was canceled by the powers that be. But clearly, the voters saw something in it.
Yeah. And am I wrong in saying this? Didn't Arrested Development win the year it got canceled?
I think Lovecraft Country did too.
Lovecraft didn't win, but it did get
nominated.
Nominated. But I think Arrested Development won the year it got canceled.
There have been a couple of examples of that. I don't remember Arrested. I think that's a good possibility. I know one of the ones that always comes to mind is Ben Stiller's show. Remember when he had a sketch comedy show on Fox, and that won the year that it was canceled. So that happens every once in a while. Not too often, but sometimes.
But I think to your point, like it was one of the most accessible Marvel shows. Like you didn't need to know anything in there, but also if you were a Marvel diehard, there were so many Easter eggs that were hidden and nods. So it served both.
And maybe Ben Kingsley's like best work in like 20 years. He is phenomenal on that show. I just thought he just ate it up in so many ways because he's not supposed to do this role. Like he's not supposed to take this job, and he did, and it's incredible work. Him and Yahya had really good chemistry, but sad.
Yeah. Aramide, are you a big like superhero comic book kind of person? No.
She loves it.
No.
That's what we used to talk about all the time in New York.
Allison and I have very distinct beats. If you pay attention to what review is so funny. She's much more of the anime Marvel girl. I am the she would rather die probably than watch YA romance, and that's kind of what I tend to do. But yes, I've seen that was her show. I did Yaya's other show, which was Man on Fire, that came out. So he is quite busy. But from what it sounds like, that show was much better than Man on Fire. So that's a disappointment for sure.
Yeah. But we'll see what. I wonder if they still try to weave them into the MCU in some way, though.
They said they'll try, but the thing is, there's so many characters in the MCU at this point. Like, how do you do that? Especially with these sort of side streaming show characters, you're limited with how much you can do, I think. So
and the Avengers Doomsday trailer is already getting some heat about how many people are in this upcoming movie, and we did not build to this. We are just throwing them together. But David Johnson, our new Black Panther I'm down for it.
Coming.
Such great casting.
I think it's excellent casting. I trust Ryan, so I trust
and Ryan we trust.
Sure.
It's like, dude, if you see it, we'll see it with you, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of Ryan, I'm still curious what his plans are. He's been pretty quiet on the X-Files front on what to expect.
It's interesting you say that, Mike, because this is, I guess, maybe us not reading the news fully, so this is my fault. I thought he was doing the entire season. He only shot the pilot and needs to get picked up.
It hasn't been picked up?
No, not for a full season yet.
Oh.
The announcement was that he's shooting the pilot and then it needs to get picked up by Hulu. So there's listen, Ryan Coogler we trust. I can't imagine that they don't do this, but thinking about it, it's like, God, there's a world where they say, nah, we'll pass. And after we saw them pass on Buffy from Chloe.
I was about to say, they passed on Buffy, which seemed like a sure thing. So I guess nothing is guaranteed.
Also, and I've said this before kind of publicly, and this is no shade to Chloe Zhao. I think she's one of the most vibrant filmmakers of our time, but we need to stop pairing auteurs into IPs that they do not want to do that type of thing the normal way. Ryan Coogler is a mainstream director. He's not a tour, but X-Files feels, I know he can do his version and it would still be accessible for mass audiences. A Chloe Zhao Buffy was never going to be she's not going to do what you want. She's going to do it her way. And it probably would have been super interesting to people like me and Aramide, but then other people would have been like,
maybe people who love the original, because I love the original Buffy. They would have hated it. So good. Yeah. Even now, I'll watch it any day of the week. It's so
Buffy
good,
is a good. It was one of the few 90s. I can't watch Charmed anymore. Like it didn't stay with me.
I can watch it to a point.
It doesn't hold up. Yeah.
You can watch it to you can watch the first season for a cute Kiki. I'm glad it gets
yes.
It's okay. We're watching the Golden Girls.
Yes, you can always watch the Golden Girls. Always.
That is true.
Always. Golden Girls is timeless. So, Aramide, have you had a chance to sort of ponder the Emmy race? Do you have some favorites? Were you surprised by any of the choices this year?
I would say that I feel vindicated as a number one day one lover of Your Friends and Neighbors, and all of my colleagues have sneered at me, turned their nose up, and it got nominated. And I was like, I'm always right. And that's what I really, stuck my claws in, being right about Your Friends and Neighbors all along. I would say that nothing was overly shocking. There was some people that I felt got left out or overlooked. Like, I'm kind of shocked. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought.
That's all right. Are you thinking Half Man? What are you thinking?
Yes, Half Man. I was shocked that it didn't get as much attention, but I also will say that I'm probably one of the only critics who really enjoyed it and saw the vision for it. A lot of people did not care.
You like to see children in pain. I understand.
I don't normally, but I appreciated it. I appreciated what it was trying to say, and I appreciated the overall scope of the show.
Yeah.
I was really shocked that Jamie Bell didn't get nominated.
That's a bare minimum. It's like, damn, that told me that they didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I think at minimum they just didn't watch it.
Right, because I mean, it seemed like a sure thing that the show would get nominated as well. It just felt like a natural, you not maybe it doesn't win, but you still nominate it in limited and anthology. That's still a shocker to me.
A week to week is tough for a show like that, because I always go back to Underground Railroad, which they dropped on a binge, and I'm always like, no, you should have done that week to week maybe. But you have to find the right balance of stuff now. It's really hard.
I think what some of them are doing, the 3 and then the weekly drop, tends to make a lot of sense. Like Prime does it sometimes. That's interesting. But yeah, I would say Half Men, it was watching it as a binge, which I normally do as a reviewer or critic. It was rough the whole way.
Yeah.
All right, Clayton, you want to get to our trivia question?
Well, before we get to the trivia question, I wanted to just mention here, because I had a discussion with an award strategist, and we talk about this a lot because episode submissions have started coming out of what they're choosing. And I asked a very prominent award strategist, I said, do episode submissions still matter? And they responded with, absolutely not. Which I was... I always thought it made a little bit of a difference here and there, but they believe that it matters in some categories, like writers care, and then some, like the editors care, like in certain branches of the TV Academy. But overall, for actors, it's just the life of the show. And I wanted to know if you guys agree with that.
Well, I think part of it is, what you kind of alluded to, which is people don't necessarily watch everything because they don't have the time to watch everything. So, they're still, no matter what episode you submit, they're probably still just thinking about the show in its entirety. Or if they didn't watch the show, then just the reputation that the show has. That's at least been my sense is, we still live in it. Maybe it's not peak TV anymore, but it's almost peak TV. And I don't know how much people have the time to discern episode versus episode, but I don't know.
Yeah, and where it kind of caught me off guard was Gene Smart submitted the finale of Hacks, which it's awards 101. If your show's ending, you submit the finale. Right. So good on you, Gene. You chose correctly. Who I believe her closest competitor is Lisa Kudrow for The Comeback. And I was wondering if she was going to submit either the first episode or the finale, because it is the series finale, probably. I mean, yes, but you never know. And she submitted episode 3, just in the middle of the season, Valerie Faces Reality. And I think if you're really confident in your work, you can do stuff like that, like A Connor's Wedding for Succession. Yeah. Undoubtedly we watched that and we knew it was a very special piece of television, and he didn't have to submit the finale, Jesse Armstrong. But that's where I started thinking to myself, I was like, does Lisa's team believe, listen, if you watch The Comeback and you're a diehard, we know that's her best episode, so we're just going to put forward her best work and think that makes a difference.
Yeah, that's and how much does the star have in sort of saying this is what I think I'm most proud of. I'm most proud of this episode.
It is it's ultimately their choice. They say yes, this I'm nominated. This is what I want to put forward
over what the awards consultant says.
Yeah. I mean, listen, and they used to do this thing back in the day, the Modern Family years especially, when we think it kind of still mattered, especially in the supporting categories, and you had a lot of supporting people from the same show. You would have them submit different episodes, so the voter will watch more of the series as a whole. And I remember the year that Eric Stonestreet won his second Emmy, Jesse Tyler Ferguson's submission was undoubtedly an Eric Stonestreet episode. So Eric Stonestreet just got to pick a whatever episode on top of that, and then he won. So I say that because The Pit really, none of them submitted the same episode when you're in the same category. So I thought that was interesting too.
What's funny about The Pit is because all those episodes are just the time. You're always like, okay, 6 p.m. What happened at 6 p.m.? I don't. Yeah. You need to tell me a little bit more than that.
Exactly.
4 o'clock p.m. I don't. Give me more specifics.
like Seppi, who I think is such a dark horse to win for the pit, she submitted the finale, undoubtedly the right episode. So did Sean Hardesty. People keep saying I'm saying his name wrong. And I need someone to correct me eventually. But Seppi and Sean did the same thing, and they're two separate categories. But Catherine Linasa did like 1 p.m., which I believe is the Noah directed episode, if I'm correct. So interesting. Just talking about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so
all right,
trivia.
Do you guys need a hint?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. The best hint I could provide you is that this person is a nominee this year.
Oh. Okay.
You don't get another hint?
A nominee this year who is not the sole nominee of their show this year. When they were and won twice, it was for a comedy. This year, they're nominated on the drama side. Someone who...
Wait.
I mean, I think this is probably the biggest thing I could provide.
Yeah.
Beloved by the Emmys, has won a lot of Emmys, coming close to a record if they win this year. Would tie the record with Cloris Leachman and Julia Louis-Dreyfus as the most awarded female performer of all time.
Oh, so you're giving it basically everything away now.
Wait, we talked about this last week, right?
It's Jean Smart, right?
No,
No,
Jean
Allison
Smart can
Janney.
do the record. It's Allison Janney.
Allison Janney.
So they're both tied as the second most awarded female performers. If either of them win, they'll tie. But Allison Janney won back-to-back the year for Mom.
As the only person nominated from Mom.
The only nomination for that show, won 2 Emmys in a row. And then moved to lead, I think, after that second one, and then never won again after that. So I thought that was just... And she's actually someone, interestingly, that jumps around a lot, because West Wing, famously, she won in supporting, and then she jumped to lead and all that stuff. We don't see too many of those anymore, the jump arounds. I used to love those days. Like the Mad Men's and the Sopranos, when Lorraine Bracco started jumping around and just couldn't win. Sad times.
Jump around.
Yeah.
Well,
were you doing the rap song? Jump
God,
around?
we've all got that in
Is
our
that what you were
head
doing?
now.
I mean, I could have gone either way. I could have gone Crisscross, or I could have gone House of Pain. So,
Yeah. And also, just fun fact: Mark Ruffalo is also the last solo winner in any category when he won the Emmy for "I Know This Much Is True," and he's also nominated this year. Just fun fact.
Fun fact. Thank you, Clayton.
Yes.
Well, this week's episode, we've got Paul W. Downs and Hannah Einbinder from Hacks. Speaking of Hacks and Jean Smart and everything else. So
Hannah also submitted the finale. Good for her. Paul W. Downs and Meg Stalter submitted the same episode, though.
All right.
I think episode 6 or something like that. I forgot the name of it. But good job. Aramide, I missed you so much. I want to see you
here in New York when you come back.
I'm coming there soon.
I secretly hate LA. Sorry.
Shots fired at the end of this podcast. What is happening?
Aramide, that's fine.
Wow.
That is more than
My
fine.
sister's there. Love her.
All right. Well, on that note, thank you, Aramide, for dropping by. Lovely to see you.
Thanks for having me, despite my subliminal.
After the break, Emmy-nominated Hack stars Hannah Einbinder and Paul W. Downs. From Los Angeles, this is the Variety Award Circuit Podcast. And we're back. It is the Variety Award Circuit Podcast. I'm your friendly host, Michael Schneider. And look who's sitting across from me. Speaking of some friendly faces, we've got Hannah Einbinder. We got Paul W. Downs. The W stands for winning.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
It
I
stands
wish
for
it did.
wow as well.
It stands for wow, yeah.
It stands for...
Thanks for you for using it. Not everyone uses it.
Paul
I
Winning
appreciate
Downs?
that.
Yeah.
No, I just mean the W. Sometimes people just say Paul Downs, but,
Yeah.
William H. Macy told me. You always got to have him say it.
Gotta have the
Sarah M. Gellar told me. You always got to have him say it.
Yeah, how important is it? Is that when you know, like, a legit publication will include the W?
Yeah, the W is important. There's a few Paul Downses. My father is one of them. Hey,
Love
Dad.
him.
He listens to this every week.
Hey, Paul.
And my grandfather was one of them. And so, but we have different middle names, which is why the W.
Are you willing to speak publicly about your airline's
Absolutely not.
No problem.
I can tell you something off the record, but I can't do it now because I'll be absolutely not.
Yeah, have you been blacklisted from some airlines?
Listen,
for some other Paul Downs activities?
I haven't, but I tell you what, that's the thing. Every Paul Downs listening, your behavior reflects on me. Okay,
Thank you.
So
let's
just
everybody
say
act
that.
accordingly.
Yeah,
and vice versa. There's a number of people out there who are claiming that they're Emmy winners that have the kind of physique that Paul W. Downs has.
Oh, go on. Go on.
Just been stalking you on social media, Paul. So it's we get to see some nice shots of
Well,
PWD.
you can thank the Las Culturistas boys for that, I think, because they made me do Shrek recently, and that was I gave some of it up.
They turned you green.
They turned me green very quickly, actually.
Yeah.
It was very
It was
SNL,
theater.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It was quick.
And how difficult was that to remove after? Is there still some green on you right now as we speak?
Absolutely. There are some crevices that are still green. I think so. It'll be that, you know what? And that's okay.
Yeah.
It'll be that way forever. It's okay.
And meanwhile, Hannah, we've been seeing you around promoting your new film.
Which I just saw last night.
Yeah.
And absolutely love.
So I was going to say, what's the review with her sitting right next to you?
Yes. All right, I'll give you the review. This is a pull quote now from Variety.
Right.
Absolutely beautiful, absolutely terrifying, and absolutely funny. And Hannah is a revelation. She is such a star. I'm not even kidding. I am like, the stuff that she does, her range being on display yet again in this is really, really impressive. I was saying that on the way here. I was like, you're a star.
Thank you, Paul.
You're a true star.
I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see you play with Gillian Anderson as well.
Yeah, it's. I've just been blessed with so many iconic divas in this life. You know what I mean? I've just been reflecting so much on that specifically because
Paul being the biggest of the divas,
the number one, of
wow,
course.
Thank you.
Of course. Well, Hacks was a place where all of the best, amazing guest star parts went to these iconic, incredible women, and so I have this incredibly unique and extremely fortunate experience of having acted alongside some of the greatest actors, period, but some of the greatest women actresses, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just as I was developing and learning just from the best, all of these women, you know what I mean? Laurie Metcalf, Angela Gibbs, Lunel, Helen Hunt, Lauren Weedman, Susie Essman, so many women, Jean obviously being the primary first and foremost. And it's just made a huge impact on me and on the world that I hope to continue to foster and live in, one filled with incredible women.
Yeah, the people who you got to play with on Hacks, obviously that's reflected by just the sheer number of nominations that the show got for cast members, but also so many guest stars as well. That's been the case for a while, but it's sort of almost an embarrassment of riches, as they would say.
It is. I always joke that I feel like coming up on Hacks, I'm on the Wonder Woman planet, where it's on this planet everyone is a beautiful, amazing woman, and we're all here, and you know what I mean? It's just.
Nice planet.
Yeah, nice planet.
The
Hacks
best planet. Yeah. We've been so lucky that so many of these iconic actresses said yes to being on the show. And also we should give a shout out to Linda Lowy, who cast the show, at helping us with all of that, because it's just made the show so much richer. To have Cherry Jones and to have Laurie Metcalf and Lauren Weedman and Leslie Bibb this year. In addition to our, incredible regulars on the show.
Yeah, that episode with Cherry Jones and Leslie Bibb, that's an all-timer, right?
It's totally.
I remember before the season started, you guys saying that's the episode where Jean finally broke, and that just looked like a wild, fun episode to shoot.
Absolutely.
It really was.
Paul directed that one, and it was so much fun. And I feel like a lot of the cast and crew have been being fave episode. It's hard to always pick because we all have a million faves. But it just the comedy is unbelievable, and I just loved that there was that through line of the interpersonal conflict between Deborah and Ava. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That heart. And, like,
it
their
was certainly,
relationship.
for me, I was like, oh, it's going to be hard to top. But then when I did watch Lucia's director's cut of the finale, I was like, well, except for that.
Yeah.
That did top it for me. That
Yeah.
Can't be beaten in my mind.
And all these months later, I mean, you guys have had so much time now to reflect on that final episode.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you feeling? Have you gone back to it more recently? Do you look at it differently now that there's been a little more time? Or, what now do you think, when you think about that moment, what sort of first comes to mind in shooting that final episode?
The last time, because I've seen it many times, having been in the edit for it, and it is so moving to me every time I see it. It's interesting when that happens, and it has happened before in the show, but never like this, where it has its effect on me, even though I know exactly what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still, I think it's a testament to Gene and Hannah and their relationship, and also the depth with which we now know these characters. Seeing that it moved me very profoundly. Mm-hmm. And we did actually watch it. The most recent watch of it was at the Academy Museum, where Jean saw it for the first time.
Yeah.
And so that was really powerful. She turned around because I was sitting behind her at the sort of
This
moment.
was at the finale party.
Yeah. She turned around, I think right after the train station, and I was like, keep watching, even though I should have probably just held her hand and had that moment. But I was like, I don't want you to miss anything because it's going to get even better right now. So that was a pretty crazy moment.
Yeah. I mean, still to me, my favorite part of that entire episode is the disco scene.
Oh my God.
The moment when, Hannah, you're just looking at Jean and she's sort of like in another world dancing, and there's this moment of release, and it's like, you did it.
To do so much without any words, I'm like, Hannah, it is crazy. And that is a scene that a lot of people, I think, say that is the most emotional scene for them. And it has to do fully with just what Hannah does with her eyes, which is really remarkable.
Thank you.
Yeah. I kind of feel like I'm tearing up just thinking about it right now.
I am too, honestly.
I know.
It's very emotional. Yeah. I mean, I think I look at the finale as a whole the way I look at the show as a whole. And I was with Lucia the other day at lunch, and it was like just kind of a few days after I think the episode stopped airing. And it was funny because she called me and she was like, wellness check, you okay, girly? Let's get you out of the house, okay? And I was like, oh, God. And she picked me up, and then we were at lunch, and then I told her this, and then she started crying, and she was like, dang, I thought I was saving you, girl. But I was like, I found a video, like a little time capsule that I recorded for myself, season 1. And it was in my trailer, and the sound is pretty muffled, and it's kind of a shitty video, but I just was kind of reflecting, like kind of a diary. And one of the things that I said was like, I think these people are going to mean so much to me. Like, I think I'm in the midst of an experience that is going to be, and we didn't know what it was going to be. We didn't know that HBO Max was like a relatively new platform. I once saw a tweet early on in the HBO Max existence that said HBO Max is Quibi but long. That obviously changed very quickly, and I do think that Hacks had a part in that kind of those early days of the original content. You know?
You lasted from HBO Max to HBO Max. So it's pretty incrable. Like you outlasted.
Actually, when we first were writing the show, there was no name. There was no name. It was just the HBO. It wasn't HBO Go, but it was the HBO Stream.
It was like
it was before they decided
that's
to do
right.
HBO
It was like
Max.
it was just going to be it was the Warner Brothers streamer.
Right.
It was mostly Turner people there, so you didn't even know how much HBO was going to be involved. It was had the pandemic already started, or no? When you started working,
when we pitched it, we pitched in person. We met with Jean in person. She was the only meeting we took for Deborah, and then we did audition hundreds of people for the Ava role. And Hannah's first read was in person, although we weren't there. Mm-hmm. But then all the callbacks were over Zoom because it was during the auditioning process of the Ava role that the world shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That feels like so long ago now.
I know.
It does. It was so long ago. So much has occurred.
Yeah. Well, especially for you, Hannah. I mean, your life is so different now than it was in the year 2020.
Oh
and
my God,
it's,
yeah.
do you, how often do you think about that?
A lot.
Yeah.
I think most nights when I get into bed and feel the relief of like making it back to my bed at the end of a long day, I go like, wow, like I just am filled with gratitude. Like gratitude that like I have a roof over my head and that like this experience has made so much possible for me in every conceivable way. Like on an emotional level, obviously we have a very, very strong bond. And, you know, like when the show was, you know, when I was auditioning for Ava initially, I was just like, I was opening for other comics on the road. That went away because of COVID. And the job I had before that was working at a coffee shop, and that also went away. I was just really like, I actually don't know what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And so just on every level, it has never been lost on me. And this is actually what I was like saying in this little time capsule to myself. Like, it's just, this is so special. This is such an incredible experience. And we never really thought about like awards. It wasn't on our mind. Like we were just trying to be funny and make something we liked and like make each other laugh. And we thought it was good. And, you know, we respected each other. And so we figured if Paul, you know, if Paul's laughing, then I think that means it's pretty good, you know. That was just kind of how we thought about it.
Actually.
Yeah,
I'm a hard laugh.
like that was the metric, and every day since, it's just been an embarrassment of riches.
And now with awards, it means you'll never stop getting to talk about it.
Yeah,
because
which is
awards
good.
last forever. So like literally next April at this time, we're still going to be talking about Hacks because there's still like SAG awards, there's still WGA. So hope you're like, this is still going on.
That's
so
good.
it's the longest goodbye.
It is the longest goodbye, and it is the goodbye. We were just saying this. Like we have this today, and I'm doing some press with Meg next week, but it's going to be really our last time doing this press. Mm-hmm. You know, we are saying goodbye to the show now. You know, and that's been sort of the thing that's kept me. It's been sort of it's buoyed me as knowing I'm going to get to see these people for, you know, something like today. But as we do them and it goes away, I am like, wow, the final times of having a chance to be with my people on Hacks.
Here's what I can say though about like just even doing all this press with Jillian for the movie is like, she talks about X-Files constantly. She's asked about it constantly, and it's made me, and it's made me feel like, oh, like I'm gonna talk about Hacks for the rest of my life, and I'm so happy that will always be something that I can come back to and meditate on and express gratitude for. Like when you are a part of something that has a deeply connected base of people who love it. You know, that stays.
Yeah, 80 years from now, it's going to be on your obit.
Yeah,
so,
it is. It really will be the
Talk
first
about legacy. Yeah.
thing, I think, you know.
But, you know,
think.
it's funny because Jillian just did an ad for they're doing a X-Files Lego, and she's in the ad. And I'm like, I love that she's still embracing it. That she's still, like, not tired of talking about X-Files. So that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Paul, the amount that you and Meg are doing right now, the photo shoots, like, I feel like you were willing this spinoff to happen.
Well, I would love for it to happen, and yet I have said this. We had a very specific plan for the way we wanted to end the story in the finale. It was, even to the last minute, something that we continued to talk about because it was very, it's like, it's so much pressure to deliver a satisfying ending because, as fans of TV, the ending is, we have been so overjoyed by endings in shows and also let down by them. And so we know what it's like to be a fan and to watch something come to a close. So even to the last minute, even though we had this plan for a long time, we were like, oh my God, is this the, should we stretch it out? Should we do 2 half seasons? Should we end it? Should we end it at 9 at Central Park because it's so happy and there's some darkness and emotion in this planned finale? But in the end, I'm so happy we stuck to our guns and it resonated with people the way that it did. And because of that, I don't want anything else to come after. I want that to be the last thing people remember.
Yeah, although it could be an entirely different show. Maybe it's a horror comedy.
Hey, if it's an entirely different show, maybe. But I do think.
Jimmy
I do.
and
I just want to
Kayla
brace
doing
people.
Something crazy.
I would love it. Meg and I have had such an amazing experience laughing together and making each other laugh, and getting to play these characters and having these characters evolve as much as they have over the 5 seasons has been so gratifying that it's terrifying to think there won't be more between the two of us, but I think it would have to be something different, because like I said, we really want to leave the end as it is. And I'm also just bracing people who love the show that it's like, well, this is the end of the show, This is the last time they get to.
Yeah, what is your young Sheldon? That's the question.
young Jimmy.
Deborah,
Young Jimmy. Oh my God. Okay, young Deborah. Yeah. It's so funny. I mean, there's so many characters in the show that if we could do a universe, I'm like, I want to see Mayor Joe in her first election. I want to see Marty come into Vegas in the 70s.
Mayor
and
Joe
I'm like,
Better Call Saul vibes.
Yes,
sold.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because she is so questionable that there's
her
so
just being
much...
a fucking absolute criminal. Are you kidding me?
I mean, it would be such a joy.
I'm in the freaking butts and seats with the popcorn on that one. Holy shit.
But unless it's like, HBO doesn't really do them, you know, unless it's like House of Dragons or, you know what I mean? Like a totally different cast.
Well, who knows who's going to own HBO next year? So that's...
You might know more than us, right? You're on the inside.
No one knows anything.
Yeah.
So, Hannah, are you going to, do you want to do another series? Is that something that's sort of, or do you want to wait a few years, focus on
Be careful what you say.
Comedy?
Be careful what you say.
Dear, I wouldn't dream of it. You know what? I feel like I've been given this amazing opportunity. Hacks has given me the privilege to really, hopefully for the time being, be comfortable enough and stable enough to make choices creatively based on what I connect with. And having known such deep connection in this way, that's a tall order, I think, when it comes to quality and also the connectivity of the experience. So. I think the bar is high.
Yeah, that's not a no or a yes. That's a I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, look, I totally want to continue to make stuff, and I love TV, and I love film, and I'm kind of bi about it, I kind of go both
Rock on.
You know what I mean? I'm being bi about it. I go both ways in a way. You know what I mean? I'm down.
I'm so excited to see whatever Hannah does next because, she has been so excellent on the show, and there have been so many moments that I'm like, wow, blown away. I mean, I wouldn't you, at the end of 3 when she takes the head writer job from Deborah, I'm like, and also the very emotional fight before that, I'm like, how can we top this? And then in the finale, she did. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I can't wait to see what happens next, because you never think, in some ways you're like, well, it's never going to be better than this. That was her best thing. And then every single year, I think it's happened. So, it's exciting.
Yeah. And you still have so much more ahead of you too. Who knows what you're going to be doing?
You're 29.
5, 10 years from now.
I want to do I want to do cool characters, and I want to tell stories that feel meaningful to me in some way that I feel connected to, and I want to disappear. I want to do crazy shit. I want to be different. I want to do it all.
Yeah. No, that's the right answer. So Paul, for you guys, I mean, I know there's been all sorts of different talk of what you guys are up to next. There's the Kayla Cuoco project. Is that still?
That's still popping. I mean, popping. Kaylee is she's working on something right now that I don't even know if I can talk about what she's working on, but. Schedules have to align for that, but that's something that we are very excited about the prospects of. But we're also working on a limited. I think I can say that.
Mm-hmm. You can say whatever you want, Paul. You're your own person.
Yeah, well, they'll blow dart me through the window. We're working on a limited for HBO as well.
Yeah. Is that the one? I know you guys have done some trips recently.
We've done some research on it. Yeah. Yes, and. That is, it's still development, so it's not anything that, is announced yet, or that.
Can you say a genre? Is it murder? Is it?
It's not murder. It is. I can say that it's. Well, I can say it's a limited series. It's an hour-long limited. I can say that. So it's a slight tone shift, but there's definitely going to be humor. It's hard for us not to have humor.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, even the best limiteds have plenty of humor in them.
Yeah.
So.
I told Paul, Jen, and Lucia that I want to be their non-problematic Rob Schneider,
which I love.
So I just want to be pop up little tiny boop in everything they do forever. Like hot dog stand, I'm outside. I'm hot dogs. Get your hot dog. 3 seconds. Like
she's
just,
the Alfred Hitchcock of
yeah.
our. Yeah.
Right.
And we would love that. That would be a dream.
I feel like we need to workshop a better name than Rob Schneider. We'll come up with something.
yeah. Non-problematic.
Yes. I know where you're going with that, but nonetheless, what's the timetable on any of this? Like, when might we see a new project from the three of you?
You know, it's so hard to say. I don't know. I mean, you know, these things sometimes take a while. We also, because I am also an actor for hire, that is something that I am also thinking a lot about and wanting to do, and so that may impact timeline.
Yeah. Is there anything coming up that you can talk about?
I don't think Chris Nolan wants me to talk about it. But,
Odyssey 2, I'm excited for that.
You know, I wanted to do a comedy version, but he wanted to keep it serious, which I understand.
Yeah.
But the meeting didn't go great. But it's fine.
So yeah,
that is something that I'm very much hoping to do in the immediate future. You know, because obviously Hacks was 6 years of our life. The fact that we got 5 seasons was really incredible. And it, you know, is something that I think we had so much time to think about before we even pitched that it's not, you know, we're not cranking them out as fast as some people might. So, I mean, we cranked out the seasons really fast. Let's be honest. We cranked the seasons out really fast. But I think for that reason, you know, spreading my wings and doing things that are actor only are also exciting to me.
And did we mention breaking the record for the most comedy nominations ever at the Emmys? Which
so crazy.
In a final season, which doesn't happen. That's rare.
And you know what somebody said to me recently? That it's very uncommon for the finale to be the highest rated episode. And on IMDb ratings, it's the highest. So I'm like, oh, wow. We did not expect it. We did not expect to break a record, to have the ending be what it was, but we're so happy because we've been thinking about it for a long time. You know that Happy Days Are Here Again? Mm-hmm. I think they cleared it 2 seasons ago because we really wanted to use it. And so, you know, we've just...
That's so sweet.
Yeah. I'm glad that it hit for people.
It's why America wants that Jimmy and Kayla spinoff.
I think if there's a groundswell, you know, if people write in.
Write letters to your representatives.
Write letters. Like, actually write them and mail them.
Or I guess you can do it online. Yeah, I guess I can be like a GoFundMe.
Do what the little Debbie's did to get her MSG.
That's exactly right. We do need some glitter and
send some glitter to David Zaslav and we'll make it happen.
Yes, he loves that. So, gang, I've got 10 questions for you. Now's the fun part.
That's right.
So, quickly just answer whatever comes to mind.
Yay.
Some are more obvious than others because
God.
we're going to kick it off with, what was your childhood nickname? Hannah?
Mine was Pud, short for pudding. My parents called me that.
Delicious.
I think around 6th grade I was Chub. How do you like that?
Pudding and Chub, the comedy
Pudding
duo.
and Chub.
Pudding and Chub.
Pudding and Chub, actually.
Wait,
that's a great cartoon. That is a great cartoon.
We are Pudding and Chub right
Okay,
now.
let's do some animation. I like that.
Okay, yeah.
Is this traumatic to, like, where'd Chub come from? That sounds like that could come from a very bad place.
I think it came from my love of pasta, you know? I think it came from my love of pizza. I think it honestly came from my love of Swiss Miss. I would take Swiss Miss packets with half and half, and I would not basically make a drink. I would make like a sludge that I would drink. It was my version of like child cocaine, I guess. I was like, I need an upper, and so I would make Swiss Miss sludge and drink it fast, you know?
Has your taste for sugar evolved? Because I know you're not super a sweet guy. Did something change?
I OD'd. I literally OD'd as a child, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I had a very sweet tooth.
Paul is
and
very
now
like one bite of dark chocolate. Oh, it's just too sweet. Like
now I do have an aversion. Well, the thing is when you go off, then
oh my God,
you know,
of course,
you break the.
You're sober.
Honestly, I'm sober.
You're sober.
I'm sugar
You're
sober.
sugar
In a way.
Sober.
In a way, yeah.
Yes. Speaking of something that from your childhood, something you loved as a kid, but you can't believe you're into now.
Loved as a kid, can't believe you were into it at
Yeah.
the time.
What was something that you stand,
I know.
as the kids say?
Go ahead.
So there was like, I used to kind of collect these, like, I don't even know what they were. They were basically like little figurines that were like a dragon or a Excalibur or a wizard, and they were on amethyst, and they were sold at a kiosk at the Rockaway Town Square Mall. And I was into these bizarre, I don't know what that is, fantasy figurines. I was into these like,
Yeah. So
but they were also, I don't know, very like Sedona. You know, they were very like hippie figurines. I can't believe I was so into them.
so they weren't D&D.
They weren't D&D. They were a little bit. They were like D&D, but fabulous. You know what I mean? They were like. They were. I don't even know. I don't know. I've never seen anything like them anywhere. I think they were probably a local craftsperson made these, and I was like, well, I'm going to collect those. I got to have a little piece of amethyst with a wizard on it.
You
So
are.
weird.
But see, here's the thing. Like, I love that about you. Your lore is incredible.
My lore is strange.
It's
But
incredible.
I was an odd kid.
But I have to say, a lot of this stuff is coming to mind. I'm like, actually love that. Super awesome. Like, I kind of like have I've done so much inner child work that I have like love and affection for the things that I maybe was into. I took a baton. I had a baton unit. I was very into baton at one time. I did baton classes I learned from a stripper named Heather. Thank you, Heather.
Oh my gosh,
She
my
taught
mom did
baton
baton.
on the side. Yeah, it's just fabulous. And
Gorgeous.
she's like, I do flaming baton at where I dance. And we were like, we want to come see you dance, Heather. And she was like, it's not for kids.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
so I kind of feel like proud of all my stuff like that.
That's good.
I also used to wear patent leather wingtips.
Yeah, see, this is
Every
what I'm
day.
talking about, Paul.
Yeah.
Your lore is.
I was like, do you
bottomless.
remember Otho from Beauty and the Beast, or from Beauty and the Beast, from Beetlejuice? Otho was like Catherine O'Hara's friend who helped her decorate the house. I kind of dressed like him. I had like colorful blazers, Paula Poundstone style.
Oh my God.
Patent leather wingtips. Because I went when I went to middle school, I had like a uniform, and so I tried to jazz it up.
Jazz it up.
Yeah, but don't forget that was around the time of Chubb. So there's a whole, there's a lot of crazy things
I just
happening.
want to hang with him.
There's a lot of young Sheldon going on right now.
Yeah.
And I've told this before, but the guy who used to cut my hair, also cut my dad's hair, I was a legacy, gave me the wet look, and he used KY jelly. So I'm in middle school, high school, putting KY jelly, using KY jelly only for my hair, you know? It was a really, I've come a long way.
Let me tell you something.
World.
This is not even 1% of Paul's lore. It's not even 1%. The stories
It sounds
are
made
endless.
up, but it's absolutely not. I
I
have photographic
known
evidence.
you closely for 6 years. We have reflected on our childhood and our past immensely. I didn't know any of that.
You didn't?
I didn't know any of that.
Oh.
You have not told me any of that. None of it.
Oh!
There's
It's
a
it's
book
endless.
here, I think.
It's
right?
unbelievable, Paul. Your memoir.
I am writing a memoir. Do you have lobster? Is the title. Something I asked my grandmother when I was staying with her once. She was like, "Excuse me, you're 3." But yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I'm excited to see that.
Okay. There's breaking news. There's an exclusive.
Lobster.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
What's up?
Yeah,
by
Four Non
Four
Blondes.
Non-Blondes.
What's going on? All right, Paul.
It's my duet with my buddy Sandy. We rip that up.
Yeah.
Rip it to shreds.
I mean, that's a good one. The hey, hey,
Oh,
hey. Yeah.
It's got the perfect mix. What you need for karaoke.
Oh,
You need individual performance opportunities and also a chorus everybody can get in on.
just to belt it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great
Audience
karaoke.
participation
great
is half
karaoke
the
song.
battle. You know,
Yeah.
you got to keep people engaged.
Yeah.
For me, Sheryl Crow's all I want to do is have some fun. You know, because Sheryl Crow, I feel like anyone can help out, anyone can get into. It's a
Yeah.
real, crowd pleaser.
All I wanna do.
Yes, really
So
good.
fucking good.
Hannah's voice is also incredible
Yeah.
too.
Oh
Talk
my
about
God.
talk about God giving with both hands. You know, you know.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Paul.
It's true.
I know. What if you could do a biopic of a musician? Who would you do?
Shite. Oh, shite. Courtney Love. Me and Lucia have been.
Oh,
Lucia
yes.
really is obsessed, and I too am. And we've been. I just love Courtney Love. I think she's so fucking cool. And Lucia and I are just constantly sending each other stuff about her and Hole, and just like, I would love to fucking do that.
That would be amazing.
Just go absolutely.
That's a
balls
great
to the-
idea. That's a
balls to
great
the
idea.
wall.
Okay.
So, what's your secret talent? Both of you.
Well, we've exploited our main ones for personal and financial gain.
Yeah, those. Yeah, that is
Right?
my main talent. A secret one?
You good in the kitchen?
No.
No.
Mike is massage talent. I can give a good massage.
Okay.
You know, all right, someone needs a good shoulder rub. I got you. I got
I
you
can
covered.
gotcha.
I got you covered, sister.
That's a good
but
talent.
I don't know. You know.
Do I have a hidden talent? Oh, I guess. Well, is it hidden? I can create a ring. I can create a bubble ring underwater.
Oh, I
So
thought you were going to say a smoke ring.
I can do that too.
Because you can do that too.
Yeah.
I can do smoke rings, but that's featured in the show Hacks.
It
and
is.
so I don't know if it's a
As are
secret.
your gymnastic skills,
Yeah,
your cheer skills.
I did a cartwheel into the splits on there.
Yeah.
That was season 1. It's really
You know
easy
what I
stuff
learned
I
for
could
a
do.
comedy bit? I did learn poi. You know, where like dancing with like glow sticks or flames. I did learn poi
Oh,
for a
unreal.
comedy bit. Yeah.
I didn't even know that had a name. It's called poi.
I believe it is. Don't quote me. Hey guys, don't come after me in the
Maybe my
comments.
hidden talent is my singing.
Actually,
Maybe-
yeah.
maybe that
it
actually
is.
is.
It is really good.
I haven't really done that.
What about your favorite ice cream flavor?
Ugh, amazing question.
I was just talking about this actually
Yeah?
with Lucia because as a kid, I loved strawberry, and it's something I would never get now.
Wow.
Strawberry ice cream.
Yeah.
But as a kid, I loved strawberry. Now I want like a chocolate,
Chocolate-chino.
dark chocolate double fudge chunk. You know what I mean? Like I want like
Putting
a
the chunk in
chocolate
double-
chocolate. Putting the chunk. Hey, there it
Hey
is.
now,
Maybe
hey.
that's where my nickname came from.
We are the
Chocolate
comedy
fudge
duo
chunk.
of Chunk and Pud.
Chunk and pud sounds so wrong.
We're going
and
on the
so
road.
right. I want these little. I am seeing kind of anime characters.
Of
you know.
course.
Okay.
I have to go ahead and land on mint chip.
Mint chip.
Okay, which is
Yeah.
Lucia's favorite, and I actually is my second favorite. I do love a mint chip.
What's the one item you guys can't live without?
Cell phone.
Good.
Cell phone gotta be it for me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
The one item I can't live without. I can't live without
answer.
coffee. That's not really an item.
No, that's a
By
good
the
one.
way, you. Yeah.
That is.
Go ahead. I did go off. Is that what you're gonna say?
Well, no, yeah, and it's the type of thing where it's like perhaps now, but sort of a la the sugar. And by the way, this is true for my phone answer as well. It's like we can.
I did.
Oh, oxygen, water.
I was gonna say toothpaste. You really want toothpaste?
You do want it.
Yeah, you do want it.
A lifetime without it.
But what do I
You've
need?
got to have it.
Yeah.
Can't live without food and water. We're being a little too literal.
We're being way too little.
Okay, let's do a fun one. Let's do
Okay.
like my fun answer.
Okay.
Can't live without my absolute favorite thing, which is. And
It's so
coming
funny.
at
I
you.
just traveled recently, and I did take coffee beans, and I also took a cooler of glow nuts,
Deborah
which is
Vance in the building.
I'll give it out. Glow nuts. They have gone out of business. I don't know why I'm shouting them out. People are gonna be pissed, but I love this thing called glow nuts. They're like a delicious little mini
They're sort of an alternative
healthy donut.
dessert.
Oh yeah.
People are like, "What is going on?"
I can't live without an item that I can't live without is my rose mist facial spray. I find when I need to be refreshed and feel a little bit more awake, I will mist myself with a little bit of that.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right. This is getting into ASMR territory now.
Oh.
Yes.
What TV show in all of history do you wish you were a cast member of?
Sopranos.
Sopranos,
Yeah.
Mad Men. I gotta say, it would just be so cool to be one of the guys on there.
Yeah.
One of the guys on there.
Yeah.
Hanging out at the Bada Bing.
You know what I'm saying?
Do.
I probably gotta go Mad Men, but also it's like I just want to watch them.
Yeah.
I just want to watch them shits. You
I know. That's the thing. Like some of my favorite shows, like Arrested Development or Succession or Fleabag. I don't know that I want to be on those shows.
I want to just.
I think I want to be on Friends. I think I would have had
Paul,
a blast.
Yeah.
You.
I think I would have had a damn
have
blast.
Had
Yeah.
the best time.
Yep.
You would have added
Studio
so much-
audience
Are you kidding
would
me?
have
Hot
loved
crowd.
that. Yeah.
Improvisation.
I think Friends, if I could be in the cast. Now,
Right.
again, this is not a show that. Fabulous show. Excellent show. all due respect to the show. I'm not naming as my top shows to watch necessarily, but I want to be in it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to change my answer to designing women for that reason.
Okay.
I want to go back in a time machine and
Yes.
act with Jean again in a different capacity.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. You and Designing Women with Jean?
Are you kidding with me?
So fun.
Me fully being, what do you think the character is? I got to go full Southern.
Because you're an addition, right? You're not like taking Delta Burke's role. You're an addition to the, yeah.
I would have to be kind of, it's like, who would I be to those women? I'd probably be maybe the intern.
Maybe the intern.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? Something like that.
And you and she develop a dark mentorship. it's a real love-hate, one
And
step
she's like,
forward,
you
two
think
steps
this
back.
is hard?
You got to scratch and claw when you're designing a home
Yeah.
or whatever.
She's going to be like, you were plucked off there was no internet. You were plucked off the yellow pages.
Exactly. You
at
walked in here off the
24.
yellow pages. Yeah.
Why were you in the yellow pages? I don't know.
Yeah.
But
the season 5, you saying, please don't leave me, because Jean did leave the cast. Please don't leave me. You know,
I let
you're
her
saying,
go, by the way.
yeah.
I'm down.
Okay.
I'm down.
I'd like to see that. And I feel like AI could make that happen.
Never,
hope
ever.
it doesn't.
Never,
Don't
ever.
you dare put me in
forget
there.
it. Nobody out there
No.
even do that as a
Don't.
joke. Don't
No.
do it.
We
No.
don't want to see it.
Don't engage.
We want to live in our mind's
Keep your
eye.
brain
Ever heard of
sharp.
it? Ever heard of your mind's eye? Why don't you take a walk on the freaking wild side of your mind's eye?
Yes.
Boom. And favorite piece of advice that either you've been given or you've given yourself?
Faster and funnier.
Faster and funnier. Great piece of advice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've uttered those words. You know what else I uttered recently? And I'm taking a great piece of advice that Maya Angelou gave to Oprah,
Whoa.
which is when someone tells you who they are, believe them the first time.
Chills.
I think that's a really good piece of advice.
Yeah.
Wow, chills.
No, that's good.
And that because a piece of advice that
Chills.
I got that once that is so connected is do the obvious sooner. But oftentimes that, you know what I mean? It's pretty related to
Linked.
when someone tells you who they are,
Gut,
believe them the
trust
first
your
time.
gut.
Because they're going to tell you 9 or 10 times.
Whew.
So just believe them the first time.
Whew.
And guess what? We all possess multitudes.
Right.
We need
right.
space. We need to give people room to grow and evolve, like
right.
Deborah,
Like Durba.
like Deborah Vance. But I
And Ava
think
Daniel.
it's still good advice.
The wisdom of hacks.
Wow.
Well, Paul and Hannah, hopefully we'll talk again
Yeah.
on the never-ending campaign trail that is Hollywood.
This is the last campaign, though. This is the last campaign.
Oh, it's not. You think it is, but
It
it's
is.
not.
This is the end. This is
No,
the last
you've
chance.
you've got Globes, you've got SAG, you got a lot coming up. So,
Well, that's nice, but this feels like the last chance.
all right. Well, congrats.
Thank you
gang,
so much.
as always,
Thank
and we'll see you
you.
soon. That's Hack star Hannah Einbinder, Emmy nominated for supporting comedy actress, and Hack's co-creator, exec producer, and star Paul W. Downs, Emmy nominated for supporting comedy actor as well as for comedy writing and comedy series. And that's it for this edition of Variety's Award Circuit Podcast. If you've got questions for the Award Circuit Podcast Roundtable, drop us a line at the Emmy Emergency Hotline, 323-617-9110, and you may appear in a future episode. Be sure to subscribe to the Award Circuit Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you download podcasts. Also, head on over to Variety.com and click on the Award Circuit tab to find the latest awards predictions and key races, as well as your daily fix of news, analysis, and reviews. For Jazz Tanke, Emily Longaretta, and Clayton Davis, I'm Michael Schneider, and we'll see you on the circuit.